Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Mythical. Today I'm going to be talking about how I got my prestige candy cane basically stolen. Because honestly, there's not a lot of content to put out at the moment, and I thought it would be kind of interesting. Also, I did fix my mic. I added like some noise suppression thing, so I'm sure it sounds a lot better. Because you could hear like the static before. Okay, anyways, I'm going to name this guy Z. So basically, me and Z have been playing together for like almost like a year. I knew this guy. He eventually became my right-hand man. We were around the same age, and like we would argue a lot over like stupid things and stuff like that. Like who was better at PvP, or like we would get mad, stop talking for like a couple days. But it was like a reoccurring thing. Like I felt like even though there was times like that, like he was someone I could still trust. Anyways, one time I actually let him borrow my prestige candy cane, but he gave it back because I was just letting him borrow it for PvP. Now, I'm very select about who I let people borrow my things. Like, I let a couple people in my crew borrow my things, just because they asked, which is kind of stupid in a sense. Like, honestly, I don't even know why I let people borrow my stuff, but it was like I could trust them, it wasn't a big deal. Now, anyways, we actually got into like this big argument once, because he was complaining, I guess, about me not like, because I helped like everybody else in the crew, because I was very good at trading, so I got like practically like everyone in the crew fruits. But the thing was, like, everyone was practically using me for fruits back then. Like, I was more like a fruit supply to them. But he was complaining that I didn't get him anything, but he was like more well off. Like everyone else like barely had anything. And he already like was kind of like, he wasn't rich, but he wasn't poor in a sense. And I was a very experienced trader at the time, so I could be gaining like almost like even 1 times all fruits profit back then. So eventually I made my way up. Like during the start of the prestige candy cane update, I remember I had like CC, Tori, and I traded those for like prestige bag. A whole nother thing happened. I made a dumb downgrade. So eventually I got so good at trading that I made my way up through the downgrade process. Like once I finally got my first prestige candy cane, I would just downgrade it, remove something, and then trade for another one. And I repeated that same process. Stuff like that right now would be very hard to do, to come by. Like that would practically be like almost impossible. But back then, like just one trade, and I could gain like 1 times all fruits profit and get like Azure set and CC easily, because it wasn't as much back then. Prestige candy cane back then was a decent amount, but it wasn't easy. It was easy for me to downgrade and get another one. Okay, anyways, I made my way up to 2 prestige candy cane. It was something I was very proud of, and honestly I would put myself like at least in like the top 200 richest at the time. So then this one day, after we made up, I remember I gave him Suna, and then like he randomly asked me to borrow the prestige candy cane. So I said yeah, because like I could trust him, and I was like whatever, like just use it for PvP. And then eventually, like hours later, I DM'd him. I was like, can I have it back? But he was just kind of ignoring me. I just thought like maybe he wasn't online. But then once I saw him online, I started like DMing him, blah blah, and he's just kind of ignoring me, right? But he didn't block me or anything, so I thought he was trolling, because we had the kind of relationship where like if I could see him trolling, I guess, in a sense. But eventually this guy basically like after that I got super mad at him, so I started like saying in announcements like, I think this guy scammed me, blah blah blah. A bunch of people were DMing him, and then he started telling me like, oh, why would you say that, like I was just using it. But he was ignoring me, right? So then he started to accuse me of like being like a terrible person and stuff like that, because he was ignoring me. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like cursing at him, but I think he deserved it, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, he tried to like start to like find like he was trying to say stupid stuff like I wasn't gonna scam him, but after everything that he said, this is his exact words, now he deserves to be scammed, blah blah blah. Like this is someone that I played with for over a year, and he knows how important that item was to me, because I made my way up. Like I spent months, not even months, that's over exaggerated, like weeks or days, like trading up to a second one. Like, I was so excited to get a second one. Anyways, it comes down to it, this guy, he just keeps on ignoring me. And then eventually I get in a VC with him. He doesn't really say much, and I'm like popping off because, like, why would he do that to me? Like, we were really close friends. At least I thought we were. I was like, how could he do this to me? But eventually, it got down to it, and like after a while, I couldn't really do anything about it. I would see him go online. He actually downgraded it for something really stupid. Like, I think he has like 2cc and like prestige bag and like Jesser fit or something like that, and a couple of fruits. But I guess the moral of the story, guys, is that regardless of who you're playing with, things can like change so easily. Like, some people are just greedy people and they have like no sympathy and will switch up. Like, your closest friends, you don't know, could like switch up on you for like a Tory or something like that, because that's how people are desperate for these items. But yeah, honestly, overall, it was my fault. But it's like I had lent him it before, so I anticipated that he would never ever do something like that, but he did. But that's it for the story, you guys. See ya.